Hopefully you gathered from the previous sessions that the nature of the interconnections in the world that we live in um, are endless. There are far more than we can possibly really pay attention to. And the question comes down to, of all of the relationships, the interactions that are out there, which ones are relevant? Which ones do we spend time thinking about that are relevant? And how much time do we spend thinking about things that aren't relevant? And better yet, what does that question mean? If you think about it, there is some number of relationships that are within your sphere of influence. Either you have control, or because of what you know, you're able to provide information to others. You're able to influence the interactions within this area for one reason or another. So that those things which are outside that area of influence are pretty much irrelevant in terms of your ability to actually influence them. You, if they have an impact on you, you sort of have to figure out how to deal with them because you can't change them. So there's an area of influence and there's an area of concern. And there's typically far more that we are concerned about than we are able to address. And as it turns out, if we spend our time thinking about and attempting to influence those things which are within our area of influence, the area of influence expands, it grows. Whereas if we spend time trying to influence those things in our area of concern, which we don't have influence over, our area of influence tends to shrink. This was talked about a lot by Covey in the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, which is a marvelous read. So if you're going to attempt to deal with situations, it's best that you understand which things associated with that situation you have influence over so that you can actually address them, and which things you can't. And if you really want to address more than what exists within your area of influence, then it's essential that you find people to collaborate with who have influence over those elements or those interactions within this area of concern that are relevant to the situation that you are trying to figure out how to deal with. Then collectively, through collaboration, through trying to figure out how to deal with it together, it's possible to influence more than your specific area of influence, though trying to do it alone is pretty much a waste of time, will create endless frustration and probably give you ulcers. So just remember that there is a broad array of influences that are interactions that are in our environment that we have to deal with. There are certain things that we believe are problems that we should interact with to attempt to improve the situation, though there's a limit to what it is that we personally have an ability to influence, and we need to know whether or not we should focus on that or whether or not we need collaborators for a broader influence. So, hope you found this informative, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.